meet face to face, and that was from February 17th, 2020.
Mhm.
A motion.
I'll make a motion to approve. Laughing.
I'll
Okay.
second.
All right, Blaine and Andy, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yep.
Okay. Our next item, we'll get into the top two are the ones we need to kind of vote on, and basically we're giving recommendations to the city commission. The first one is a picnic shelter to be constructed at the Charles Avenue Trailhead restroom. Sandy Sheldon and Commercial Bank are donating the money in honor of Scott Sheldon and her husband to build this 16-foot by 24-foot picnic shelter with 3 benches and 2 picnic tables. Those picnic tables and benches would be anchored and spaced in a way that they are handicap accessible and you can move around in them. The project is going to be constructed by Schaefer Construction. The overall project cost is $22,000, right around there. We've already received roughly 19,000. I think it was 19,000 at this point to get the construction started. But we need to get a recommendation here tonight and then send it to City Commission so we can have all our approvals. What they're going to try to do also is kind of match the colors of the restroom over there. So the rest of the roof of this will be green, and the rest of the siding that you see on the fascia and what the ceiling will be underneath the picnic shelter will be white. So that's to keep the birds out of the rafters and such. So it should be a pretty attractive picnic table or a picnic shelter, and add a nice piece to that trailhead. So I guess if you have any questions or comments, and we'll go from there.
That's really generous of them. That's really incredible.
And
What's the distance of the? I'm sorry. What's the distance of the tables? Are there 4? How many are in there, and what are going to be?
The tables. There's going to be 2 picnic tables.
Oh,
and,
okay, just 2.
3 benches. Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's everything in it. It's very well built. It's not anything that you would just pick up at Menards or anything like that. This will be here a very long time for us. So
Okay.
Sounds like a neat idea.
yeah. All right. There's no other questions. Can I get a motion to recommend the installation?
Will motion.
Andy, motion and a second.
I'll second.
I second. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right. Our next piece, with the COVID duration that we're having here, we're beginning to get requests to use pavilions in the parks for just business meetings, which makes sense. What we've told people so far is, hey, if there's a pavilion available when you're there, go ahead and use it. First come, first serve type thing. But if you want to make sure you have it, the only way to make sure you have it is to reserve it, and there's a fee to that. And if you look at our fee reservation schedule there that I've sent over to you, I've highlighted the changes that we're recommending in that policy. Basically, it's for resident, it'll cost you $25, and if you're not a resident, basically like $30 to $35 to reserve it. But that's an all-day reservation too, so these folks aren't needing them for a whole day. They're an hour, 2 hours maybe.
Sure.
So what we're kind of proposing is to look at a 1 hour, 2 hour shelter use. For resident be $5, non-resident $10. And the reason we thought about doing it that way is so we don't run into a possibility of someone just reserving it every Tuesday just because they may need it. That way they put some thought into it. Also, since we do have the restrooms closed right now, we've got requests if we rent Porta Johns and set them out there. So we thought, why not? So we put that section in there. They may rent porta johns at their cost, for the approval and duration, approved by staff. So we'll probably mark out some areas where they could put them in each park. We don't really want those trucks driving out into the park land itself. Depending on the weather, we could have some. They could put in some divots. And then some tweaks of, we didn't have an email contact request on the form, and then everybody has a cell phone nowadays, so we put that in there also. So just wanted to get your feel and any comments or thoughts that you might have heard or dealt with, to be outside for some meetings, and so we can have more than 10 people together. So. Does that all sound reasonable?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Ty, what do you think? I know Audra actually contacted me about using the shelter for one of your lunch meetings, and I sent this over to her. It's like, we're gonna be looking at making some changes so it's not too expensive, because obviously you're gonna go to the trouble to have a meeting. You want to make sure sometimes you have a guarantee. So
Yeah, I like it a lot.
okay. Does that 5 and 10 make sense?
I mean, I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
That's reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, if that sounds all good for everyone, can I get a motion to approve the recommendation?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Ryan and Andy? All in favor of the recommendations?
All right.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Well, since we last met, we had a long discussion about the Parks Millage, and that is on the primary ballot here for August. I did attach the ballot language that's available to either vote yes or no. They did include some language to provide some of those funds at the discretion of the Gratiot County Commission to municipalities who have parks, rail trails, and what am I missing here? Parks, rail trails, and I believe that was it. Anyway, it's a step it's a step forward, at least. It's not as much as we were talking about at our last meeting, but in this day and age where people just stay polarized on things, I think it's a good compromise to start moving forward with some sharing of that millage. The millage would go starting this year, 2020 through 2027. So that is on your ballot, and I just wanted to make you aware of that. And
Yep.
But I thought that's at least a step in the right direction, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get everything we probably wanted, but I think that's, it shows at least we're all trying to work together and share some of that funding.
Where was 3 years ago?
Yeah, exactly. Now, if we want changes, it's going to be 8 years. So, I just wanted to give you guys an update. It's been a weird year. We had some flooding that was pretty substantial. The pictures I put in your packet there, that's Riverside Park. When that flooding came in, we already put down the mulch. It took all that mulch and took it down river.
Wow.
So we had to wait to get replacement mulch, because it has to be specific. It can't be just regular mulch. It has to be chipped the correct way so there's no edges to it and things. So we got that in here just recently. And then the picture of this is the deck that takes you up to the pedestrian bridge at Euclid by the ball fields there.
Mm-hmm.
Where you see those newer boards and those new pieces that go into the ground there, that whole thing lifted up and was downriver probably about 50-60 feet.
Oh, wow.
The crew obviously came out, put those things back together, brought out the payloader and some other things, put it back into place, set it back, and I think they did a pretty good job. That was all done with our city crew. So If you have a chance
Nice.
to look up there, they did a really nice job with it. But it's hard to believe that the water was that powerful to.
Yeah.
And then just an update on our park restroom grant. The bill has the appropriation bill has gone through both the House and the Senate, and right now it's waiting for the governor's signature. Obviously, they're dealing with other things right now, but we're hopeful that that will be signed soon, and so we'll get our grant agreement. At this point, we've been told what we can do is get our design professional in place, get them hired,
Good.
and then we can go ahead and have them get the drawing started and get that process going. If that all kind of falls into place, that way we can be out for bid here late fall, maybe early winter, and have it scheduled for construction in the spring 2021. So that's kind of what we're shooting for right now. But we haven't chose our prime professional yet. We're debating on a couple different engineering firms right now, and I'll let you know once we do get it down to 2. I'll let you know. Other than that, that's all I had for you guys this evening. Is there anything that anybody else has for the meeting tonight?
You're looking at a follow-up meeting sometime?
Yeah. If we have some other things come in with this park grant for the restrooms, like I said, we'll get narrowed down to a couple of them, and I'd like to sit down with you guys and let you know and give you a better idea and get your feedback on who those folks might be and get some input.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I know that I emailed you, Eric, about what the community foundation needs, and I reached out to my team, just kind of like who had the list still. But I'll connect with you just so that you know, like, so we can try to figure out how to finish it, because with the dream team has dwindled down to 3 that are seeing the project through, just because our lives have just gone everywhere, right? And so, but 2 of us of the 3 are teachers, and we're in a whole other game right now. And so I'll coordinate with you as far as where the things are, so that we can communicate with Community Foundation.
Okay. Nope. It'd be great if we could try to get a couple of those things plugged up before winter, and maybe finish up things in the spring with the bathroom and stuff. So, okay. That sounds good.
I'm ready for that project to be over, like way over.
Yeah.
I have
A
like
lot of hard work. You
5
guys
of those
have done a lot of hard
projects.
work there.
I don't envy that. It's just like, when you take it on, you're thinking, yeah, this is good. Like, we'll be done. And then it's like the never ending project that like, lingers.
That's my parking lot behind the Opera Block right now. I thought, yay, and it's still not there.
I know.
But anything else, guys? Okay.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Could a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Blaine.
Oh,
Support?
yep.
Yeah, all right. All in favor?
Aye.
Hey, thanks. And we'll see if we can meet next month. We'll probably
Sounds
do this.
This works really well. I like this. That's a good format. So
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I like
platform,
it.
I should say. Yeah. Absolutely.